Golden Globe Awards were sold to a new owner on Monday, and one of the first things they plan to do is shut down the group behind the show, the embattled Hollywood Foreign Press Association. That's the voting group that was under fire from the rest of Hollywood over ethical failures and a lack of diversity. It was made up of entertainment journalists from overseas. Members had been accused of making racist and sexist remarks, as well as soliciting favors from studios. And an LA Times investigation in 2021 revealed it had no black members in its ranks. NBC dropped broadcast of the show last year, even after the group promised to make changes and recruit more black members. Under the new deal, Dick Clark Productions will continue to manage the awards and focus on building the Globe's global brand. The chairman of Eldridge Industries, a co-owner of Dick Clark, intends to install a yet-to-be-named for-profit entity to run the Golden Globes. Hollywood Foreign Press members will reportedly become employees of the new entity, and current voters will be able to vote in the 2024 awards ceremony. NBC aired the Globes again in 2023, but no network has yet signed up to run the 2024 ceremony.
And there they go. It looks like
The US and Russia are dangerously close to an armed conflict. This year, 2023, New Delhi will be the capital of global diplomacy. For a country as diverse as ours, with 88% of the population illiterate, it was a very big deal to write a constitution, and that too, the world's largest. Meanwhile, if we may, here's a Republic Day gift from India for the BBC. A list of suggestions for the BBC for their upcoming documentaries. Number 1, the Kohinoor and the colonial loot. Number 2, an outdated monarchy and unhealthy obsession with the royals. Number 3, racism in 2023. We're waiting. Email exchanges from inside the BBC, they talk about the risk of violating Indian laws. It's easier to rake up the freedom of speech debate, but does it give anyone a free pass to knowingly violate the law? America supports India because it needs India's support in return. And India is working with the US because it suits India's interests. This is how geopolitics works. Last night, he diffused a crisis with his defense minister. But today, Netanyahu was confronted with a new problem. His cabinet seems to have rebelled against him. The UK is looking at the Indian subcontinent to fill its coffers. That India seems to be negotiating from a position of power, like a partner and not a former colony.